Okay. So,
and just all together.
okay. What's up, everybody? We live right now. With my new student. Keep a number. That's his tag. Keep a number. And we was on the phone just now. We was chopping it up, and he had some very interesting stuff he wanted to say, and I think um he had some good information of some things that a lot of you are going through or have been through, because he's literally like the second or third individual to call me and tell me, hey, I was doing something similar, but this happened and that happened. And also what we were saying, some things was coming out of me of things I need to tell you guys about. So I'm gonna let him go ahead first and share his story of what happened with him a little bit, if you don't mind. And I'm gonna piggyback off of that, and then we're gonna uh re elaborate or re talk about what me and him was talking about, because I think a lot of people be going through the same thing and having the same situations, and you don't have nobody to talk to. You don't have nobody to talk to. You don't have nobody to deal with. And I think out of this whole thing, we might end up finding we might end up starting a group or some type of situation where people can finally have something to talk to, someone to talk to, because what this is not brain science. I mean, it's not rocket science, and it's not anything that I think anybody can't do. I think the services I offer, people can actually do them by themselves. What's up, Peter? But I find that people are doing it by themselves is the issue. You know what I mean? Because when I was going through this process by myself, and I'm still going through it by myself for the most part, it's not fun. You wish you had somebody to talk to. Hey man, is this, you think it's a good opportunity, a good piece of land? Hey, look at this land I got. Hey, I see another piece of land. Hey, you want to buy it with me? And just talk about land all day. And I haven't had anybody like that. Maybe one or two people the whole time I've been doing this thing. In the past, God, I want to say 6 years now. So brother, go ahead, and I don't know if you want to talk about your first experience that you was talking about where you was paying like
Yeah,
$90 a month.
course, of course.
Hold on, let me
Hey
say something
everybody,
real
I'm at
quick.
work right now.
Hang on. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey everybody, I'm at work right now, but you might hear me speak to somebody else outside of this. But shout out to all the people that's in the Cassius community, like Rich, uh, Black News 102. What else? Billy Carson, forbidden knowledge and things of that nature. But here, my name is Keith Nimber, you guys. Just beginning fresh. If you went to my channel, trust and believe me, you won't really see anything there. But I'm following this guy. I'm this student. I can say that because he's like an older cat compared to what I'm trying to do. So here's the thing. I started off buying property, right? But property wasn't for me. So I started buying a lot land. And when I started buying that lot land, it was something, but it wasn't really too much nothing because I kept working all the time. I couldn't really do too much about it, but I kept coming up with ideas. So guess what? As I look behind in time wasted. So sometimes you can purchase these land in the country sometimes, and sometimes you really probably will, leave it behind because you have your mind accumulating so many other ideas. But my suggestion on that is just to stay in one spot and focus on one thing sometimes. And here's another thing. If you travel a lot, you might find some key pointers, and I can tell you one. Because people find their own. That's why I said each person is highly intelligent. But one thing about me, I started noticing little key pointers by me traveling all over the country all the time. You might get the point. But I found out there'll be people that own land that has over 100,000 acres. You will never know. Basically, a gold mine. You won't have to go to the courthouse. You won't have to go nowhere, but ask for permission. If you ask for permission and speak to someone, and not be too much of a spy, because America have so much opportunities, and it be right there before your eyes. And you can see this person at the grocery store and just be polite to them and say, hey, I see you have land, but I mean, I see like old equipment, like tractors that's probably looking like they broken or something like that. You probably go over there and help fix it or something. It might be missing a carburetor or a generator, whatever it might be missing. You probably can help them fix it. But you can tell it used to been occupied, but then it just stopped being occupied on. So what I would do is don't plot too much to look like a spy, but plot good enough where you can probably see this person at the store or whatnot, and you talk to them. You can talk to many people. I see that as an opportunity. And if you know how to like speak to people and really draw them in and help them recognize, because some people can be stuck up, and we all know that. You never know who you're gonna deal with. They might pull out a gun. If you know how to approach a person really good and not be a beggar, but knowing you can give them the vibe and the feeling of intelligence, because some people have to probably let themselves go down the chain because they don't want nobody else taking nothing from them. They don't want them touching nothing. So things just go rotten. So if you see rotten looking like some land like people need help, that's another way to get your hands on thousands or 100 acres of land sometimes. Because land be right there sitting right before your eyes and you won't even notice it.
Yeah,
and that's an opportunity right there.
Yeah, let me add to that, because what we were talking about was he found a piece of property that was like $50. And I just had a guy call me the other day or text me the other day and said he found some property that he just purchased for $10. $10. Okay. Now the catch to these properties is that you got to pay the back taxes, and they have liens on them and judgments on them. But by you being a new owner of the property, a lot of times you can negotiate those things off, or they're so old, the individuals that were due that money, they passed away or whatever, and as far as the county and the city, you do have to pay those back taxes, but a lot of times it's not as much as it was before. You could negotiate stuff down, but there's a lot of opportunity. Hold on. Let me ask this question, Peter. Yeah, man, ask your questions. Go ahead and ask your question. I'll get to it though. You want to know about the return on your investment on the land itself, or how to flip land? Kind of elaborate your question. But anyhow, what I want to elaborate on is that what brother was first talking about when we was on a phone conversation was he said in the beginning of the pandemic, he bought some property, and he bought what was a 1.23 acres.
1.20, yeah, 1.23.
And you was paying like $90 a month.
I was paying $90 a month, man.
Right. Those properties, again, they were there. They were there, like everywhere. The sellers were begging people to buy them, begging.
Yeah, like literally, like here's $1. Come on, come and get it. They're over there in the yard right there. You can go get it.
Yeah, and now it's like you could rarely find it. You could rarely find these deals. You know what I'm saying? Because what's happening? What's happening now is you could pay the same amount of money. You could pay $50, $90, $100 and something dollars for a piece of land, but they chopped up the land. So now instead of getting 1.23 acres, 1.25 acres, now you might get 0.19, 0.23, 0.25. You might get quarter of an acre, or 0.10, a tenth of an acre. You know what I'm saying? But you still paying the same amount of money. So, the budget is there. You can still find something in your budget, but you're getting less land because they chopping up the land right now. You know what I mean? That property that me and him were talking about. What's your name again, brother? I keep forgetting here.
Keep a number.
Keep a number. That property that me and Keep a Number was talking about. I brought properties like that. I got 2 of them. Altogether, I brought 3. I bought the one in Clewiston, Florida. It was 1.25 acres for $9,000. Then I purchased one in Bronson, Florida. That was 2.5 acres. That was like $11,999. And then the last one I got with my business partner, we paid like 13,999. That same property right now, as it is, I could sell it for about $36,000, maybe even get $40,000. And I haven't done nothing. I just brought and hold. I have it on the contract. I have it locked in. I purchased it rent to own, but I can still sell it if I want to and take the capital gain. Okay. So this is what I'm telling
Wow.
y'all, if Keep a Number had held, I was telling Keep a Number, if he just held on to that property, he didn't let it go, but he let it go because of, a little financial situation. If he had just held on to that property, he would have gained like a $20,000 capital gain on that property. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
opportunity is here. I keep telling y'all, it's easy to get into land right now. Very, very easy to be a property controller, a property owner right now. The prices are going up, but it's still opportunity out here.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what's my problem of wait? The reason why I let it go is because, like they say, knowledge is power. But you can go and read books all day, but if you don't connect with the people, that's why I'm connecting with someone now. And when I spoke to you, Dragon, that's why I'm involved with socializing with you. That's why I'm following your lead, because of how you intellect with your vocabulary words. So that's the main reason why I'm like, you know what? If he can do it, let me follow behind his lead. Because when you jump out there, you're going to find other people that's a little bit more experienced and know a lot more people. And where they are at is where you can be. But you have to start from where other people is leading themselves as well. So the level you are at, I'm like right behind you, but probably like 5 steps.
Yeah.
So it's like, the knowledge is power. After you read the books, you have to go out there and meet the people. You know what I mean? That's the power right there. So that's the part that I was slacking on. And if I would have known you a little bit more sooner, I would have never let that land go.
Right.
I would have put more thought to it. Knowledge is power, but with the people.
Right.
Like right now.
Yeah, you didn't have anybody to talk to. You didn't have anybody to, be like, hey, man, I want to keep this land, but I really don't know what to do with it. So I just feel like I could let it go and probably buy it back again later on. I know all those thoughts going through your head because you don't have anybody again to talk to, because what I'm finding is that people are so high up and high and mighty, and I'm a property owner, and I'm in real estate, and real estate people are just so high and mighty.
People. Yeah, you can redefine people that does that, but when you have something going on, like they found real estate and they feel like they're on their own when they can, occupy themselves or represent themselves the way you said, you can redefine that by occupying something here, and they'll see an opportunity where that selfish mindset with so much pride can actually level to the point where they'll bring their assets and connect. So that's something people that get so rich can't see. People that can redefine what's already been done already. And that's where people are still socializing to seek out new trends. That's why I say people, you can't, everybody's highly intelligent, but when you have knowledge already, you got to add it with the people. And the more people that you underestimate, that's where some of the trends is coming from. Similar to me, like you. We can literally, redefine other groups that's already groups. And if you have something that's so attractive, people will bring their assets and they'll just not just want to excel like the stock market goes one. Like I think you said that like the stock market goes up and down, but rent keep going up.
Right.
I think that's what you said, right?
Right. Right.
It'll be it won't be like that. We'll just when they bring their assets together with us, that created a whole new redefined trend. Redefining, like once when you catch on to a trend, everybody catch on, learn how to balance themselves on a bicycle. You're going to start hitting ramps and climbing mountains. So it's like when you bring those type of when other people bring their assets, when you come up with your own trend with this group, and the way you have this trend excelling, we all would excel like we always met each other. I mean, the options is powerful because everybody socialized about these different scenarios and how to make money and how to get where they want to be and how much this land costs. How can I find cheap land for the amount of money that I have? How much I'll be paying every month? People have so many different ideologies and how they want to, view the real reality. But it's really simple. When we put the numbers together with the same intentions, and everybody have the same intentions in my eyes because everybody looking for a home.
Right.
Everybody trying to find a place to be, like finding themselves. And if they can't find it right now, they'll find it in someone else. You might have somebody getting robbed, things of that nature. It might be things of that nature, just the basic stuff that people need, And if they got to take whatever that costs that's valuable on your neck, they're going to try to get that so they can go ahead and trade that at a pawn shop because they know how much a TV. You can take a TV that costs about $400 and they can get $200 at a pawn shop. That's a lot of money to some people that you getting out of prison.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you can go get a box of Popeye chicken for $20.
Right.
That'll last you for 4 days if you just come out of prison. That's a lot of meat.
Right.
So it's like, in reality, people is in need, and everybody's just looking for a home. So the trend is right there before our eyes. The opportunity is everywhere. People like me see so much opportunity, it's unapplicable. I don't know where I got this gift from. I think because I back in the day, I was struggling, and I tell everybody, my struggle time is my study time. I don't look down upon it because everything counts.
Man,
once you become successful,
you nailed it, man. That's gonna be my Facebook post. My struggle time is my study time. Cause like I was telling you, I was just telling them that when I was sleeping in my car and when I was doing kind of bad, I was actually doing good. Cause it was the worst time in my life, but the best time in my life. Cause it sat me down. It's like the universe sat me down and was like, hey, I started seeing opportunities. Hey, I don't need but so much to live. And you have all the time in the world to sit there on social media and stuff, and you seeing and sit there on the internet and you seeing deals and deals and all this type of stuff. And normal people can't see it because they stuck at work, all day, every day. So they in the matrix. So it was the best time of my life, and me sleeping in my vehicle and me being in that situation, going through those struggles, literally put me where I am tonight, where I am now, because I used that time to study and research and listen to the ancestors, what they was trying to tell me and do. I didn't use that time to do drugs, be a whore, be a man whore. I didn't use that time to run the streets or do anything. I used that time to do what the universe wanted me to do, and I sat my butt down and I would look at, hey, what's really valuable in life? What's more important in life? And I said, God, I just wish I had a piece of land to just park my vehicle on and sleep in. You know what I mean? Because although I had places to rest my head and places to park my vehicle and sleep, you still uncomfortable because you don't own Walmart parking lot. I'm sleeping in Walmart parking lot. I don't own Walmart parking lot. Yeah, I don't own any of the parking lots I was sleeping in. And in the daytime, if I wasn't doing anything, I'd park my truck at the park, the county park, the city park. I don't own that park. I didn't own that park. Come 6 o'clock, come sundown, I got to get out that park. Okay. I got to get out of that park. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's around you. Now I pull up to any one of my lands, my properties, and I own it. I pull up, I could sit there, sleep in my vehicle. I could get into one of my cabins or travel trailers. I own the joint. You know what I mean? Or either I control it. So it's a great feeling to know I could literally go to 6 states right now, go to one of my properties and just pull up and park. I own it. Can't nobody say shit to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And
You have
that,
some sense of security where
yes,
okay,
yes.
all right, I'm ready to get from over here today. I'm gonna go over here and travel in my RV to Cincinnati real quick to my little Airbnb, and go check on my grapefruits that I have in that tree. It's like the opportunities is so real, and nowadays it's more beyond animated than before. So the graphics to this is more neutral, where it's more natural, where you can actually take some seeds and plant it in the ground for real, and it's naturally going to grow. 363. So it's obviously, we just got to see the opportunities and really save the money. So where we start right here, where we're going to start from now on, we're going to start, like you said, start a group. We have to. There's no way around it. And other groups that's there will follow if you do it a particular way. Everybody looking for some sense of direction, no matter what. They still trying to get views and get content. Obviously, something is getting done, but not 100%. So other pieces to the puzzle haven't, erupt yet. So whoever that's listening on your channel right now, we can do it. Whatever your concerns is, send the comments. Talk to him in the comments. Everything gonna be re-spoken back.
Most definitely. Let me answer this question. Peter, he was saying, if he buys some land, what's the game plan to get a return on investment?
Wow.
It's like I always say, it's a couple things you could do. You could sit on it and wait for the maturity, wait for the equity to go up. You know what I mean? And be honest with you, to me, it's still going up. And the way the super rich are buying up land and property, I think that it's gonna come a time where land that is like say for example, you might buy an acre right now somewhere for like 5,000 or 10,000. I strongly believe it's gonna come a time soon where you will not be able to find an acre of land, not even in New Mexico or one of the cheapest places to buy land. I don't even think you'll be able to find a piece of acre for less than, like, for example, if you could find a piece of acre in New Mexico right now for $1,000 or $2,000, I believe that's going to turn into like 20,000. So,
of course.
So land, and it's happening. It is happening as we speak right now.
Yeah, it's like if you follow the stock market, it can kind of guide you when to go over there and quickly see if the numbers drop on the property that you was looking at, because it could have been like 20,000 when the stock market was up, and it could probably drop down to 14,000 if the stock market went from up there down there now.
Yeah, and then land.
It can get tricky.
Yeah, and then
keep your eye on it.
And then you got premium land, like where I'm at in North Carolina. You could get an acre for about 5, 10,000, 20,000, depending on where you at. I believe that same property, 5, 10, 20,000, in the next few years is gonna be 50,000, 100,000, 150,000. You see what I'm saying? I strongly believe that. So I think it's still opportunity to buy land. And like I was saying earlier, even if I bought hold on 1 second. Even if I bought a piece of land and I got in late for 100,000, and the next day the market dropped and it's $10,000 now, I don't care. Like I say, I can still rent that land out. I could still rent it out and make money. It doesn't matter. Okay, so that's one way you could do. You could buy and hold, and I think it's still opportunity to buy and hold and get 10x on your money. I think it's still opportunity. Okay, that's if you got money to park. You're not worried about getting no money every month. But if you want money every month, I promise you, you can Airbnb your property Put your property on Airbnb, Hip Camp. Okay. You could charge, depending on where you at, $10 to $20, $30 a night. And people will come and park on your land. They just want somewhere to park and camp out. Now, you might not make a whole bunch of money. Okay. Your payment on your property may be 300 a month. You might only make $100 a month. That's still $100 towards your note, your property note, or people say mortgage, but I don't like to use that word mortgage. Okay. Now you're the landlord. Now you're collecting. Okay. And it's very little liability. It's not like you're renting a room to somebody and they could, you know, destroy your house. Okay. So, the liability is very low. You're on a platform like Airbnb and HipCamp. They give you $1 million insurance. Okay. So your liability is very low. Okay. Now, if you're in a good area, you have a lot of traffic, your return on investment could be, you paying 300 a month. You might be making 900, $1,000 a month extra off your land. Honestly, what I'm learning, it depends on your marketing. If you market it right, if you build it, they will come. People will come. Okay. People travel all over this country all day, every day. If you market something right, and you turn a forest land into Disney World, people will come because that's what Disney World was. Disney World was swampland. It's common knowledge. Everybody's talk about it. My favorite video with Kanye West, he's telling y'all Disney World was swampland. Okay. Let me see if I could pull that video up. And Walt Disney turned it into the number one attraction in the world, making trillions and billions. All right. So I know it's the stigma of, oh, it's hard to get into real estate. It's hard to get into real estate. And I know it's this stigma with real estate people that they, are kind of stuck up, or that they have all these secrets. And it's so many secrets in real estate. And you have to be in these masterminds and pay $20,000, $30,000 to find out all these real estate secrets, and everything just so secretive. Well, I'm here to tell you, yes, some truth to that, but you just starting out, you don't need to be concerned with that. You don't even need to be thinking about all the major secrets in real estate, because they're really not secrets. Okay. They're just they're just stuff that people see, little niches, and people see little things that they could do in real estate that nobody else see. And then they charge you 10, 20, $30,000 to tell you that stuff. And then when you find out, you're like, God damn, I could have figured that out. You know what I'm saying? Given enough time, I could have figured that out. Or they give you like an app or a website to go to that you could find deals, and people charge 10, $20,000 for this information. You know what I'm saying? And it's worth it. I'll be honest with you. If somebody give you a website or introduce you to somebody that could make you $200,000, but it costs you $20,000, that's worth it. That's well worth it. Okay. So I'm not saying, people that charge a lot of money, that they're scams or anything like that, but I'm just saying you're not on that level yet. If you're not on that level yet, don't worry about it. Because I think one of the things is people just intimidated by real estate.
Right.
People are very intimidated by real estate. Like Peter asked the question, what's my return? How do I get a return? Just literally, um, think about what you need to do and what you want to do. And believe me, the universe is going to bring the ideas to you. The universe is going to bring the ideas to you of what to do and how to do. And it's not hard. It's not hard, people. It's literally not hard. I'm gonna get off of here. I got some stuff to do. Hey, brother, thank you for coming on this live with me. We're gonna, make videos every day and do stuff every day. With
Most
YouTube and
definitely, man.
stuff.
I'm ready for it, man.
Yeah. So y'all just keep watching,
Shout out to
man.
everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all just keep watching and y'all just keep posted with what we doing here. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.